Welcome once again. This is episode 52 of Alpha, or whatever we're going to call it. We play Minecraft here. Minecraft is not a very well-known game yet. There's people playing it now, but it's not as big of a thing as it once, as what some people want it to be. And other people think it's too much. Some people just laugh at it and then they move on and they play their games with more realistic graphics. Well, this is kind of silly. Some people even call this a kid's game. You know, look at this. Look at these graphics, these giant textures and pixels. The last time there was a game with large pixels like this that I know of was Doom, and also Wolfenstein 3D, because they had to render 3D objects and they couldn't render 3D objects, so they had to render giant sprites. It was a technique that goes back to an arcade game called Blaster, which if you've never seen that game, it's really, really worth playing. It's one of the all-time great first-person space shoot-em-ups. You would not be disappointed to play Blaster. It is a lot of fun and a lot of really cool. If you've ever played Defender or Robotron, it's about 3 times better than those. Of course, a lot of it just looks like bells and whistles today, which is funny. No, I don't play this game because it's great or because the graphics are stupid. I play this game because I like to play the game. Last episode we were talking about my favorite manga and I didn't have one, and my favorite anime and I didn't have one. Like I said, when I was younger... Like I was saying, when I was younger, I watched Prince Planet. This originally aired in around 65 or 66. I don't know when it came to the US, but I watched it the first time somewhere in around 1976 or so. It was a year or two before Speed Racer came back on TV, and I got to watch that. So when I said Speed Racer was the first anime, that was not correct. It was not, but it was certainly an early anime, and it was certainly one I was excited about. And who could blame me for that? But then there was this long period where there wasn't a Japanese cartoon, anime, or such that I was interested in. This one's gonna break. What's it doing over there? As I said before, there was a... no, actually, I don't remember if I said it before. There was a show called Space Giants, and I used to watch that. It was a kind of weird show. It wasn't a cartoon. All the characters were Japanese, except for the bad guys, you know. And it was like a kaiju, except we had superhero fighting kaiju. And it later turned out that was Ultraman. It was a ripoff of Ultraman with a different story. But when we got to see Ultraman a couple of years later, it wasn't called Ultraman. It was called Spectre-Man. Okay, you wonder why there's a hole there and why I didn't fill in that hole. It's because we're gonna put the slabs in there. We don't know how many slabs we're gonna need, but we're gonna certainly need a lot of slabs, is all I can say. All right. No, the reason why I'm talking about this stuff is I want to get it out of the way so I don't have to ever talk about it again. I was more of a Bugs Bunny kind of cartoon enjoyer. I used to think all of the Warner Brothers cartoons... oh, damn it. All of the Warner Brothers cartoons were in color, and so I thought, that's great. And then I found out that they started out in black and white, and I was like, oh, well, that kind of messes it up for people like me. Wait, where is it? It's over here. I think you're just plopping them down like that. This is not a very responsive all this moving things around and How do I know 6 is going to do it? Boop. I'm getting good at this. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, then we got Battle of the Planets, and that was a problem because that wasn't. You know, I'm pretty sure I did talk about Battle of the Planets before. I might be wrong about that, but I did play it. I mean, I did watch it. It was they retooled it to sound like Star Wars, but it was. How did I get in there? I must have dug down or something. No, wait, but there's no cobble here. There's no cobble here. How did I? Oh, it was like that. Oh, idiot. I'm an idiot. Most people who do Minecraft videos, they just do a couple of Minecraft videos where they just show some of what they've built. After they built it, they don't show how it got built. And then they showcase it, and then we never hear from them again. Or they play some other game, and I'm like, yeah, nice game. You got any more of them Minecraft videos? And he's like, no. I still get it wrong. Sometimes I refer to it... I keep wanting to refer to it as other things. It'll drive me crazy trying to get this stuff right. Alright. Can I get this done in 15 minutes? No! Then they ask, well, what's your favorite video game? And again, well, you know, this might become my favorite video game. I don't know, I've been playing it a lot. But, you know, I used to play lots of games a lot. You know, I played Final Fantasy games. I played Chrono Trigger. I played the Dragon Warriors. Earthbound. I'm the kind of guy who could sit down and play a game for 40, 50 hours. Of course, most RPGs up to 16-bit era, they're not going to be 100-hour games unless you're really messing around, taking it slow, enjoying the sights, doing silly things to see if you can do silly things. It's all fun in games, literally. But I don't know. I don't know. I'm just not that much of a fan of playing a game for a really long time. I get tired of it, and if I haven't finished playing the game, I might not be able to finish the game. I might just say, well, that's it for you. I'm not playing this anymore. And just move on to some other game. Or often play something else, you know, or do something else. There's other things in video games. I'm not angry at anybody for asking these questions. These are good questions. Okay, but I do have some games that I wanted to play a lot more than I did. Carnage Heart. There's a game that I really loved on the PlayStation, and I wished I'd had more time to play it, and I would have loved it, but my PlayStation broke. Reason my PlayStation broke, I played and enjoyed other games that I didn't get to finish those either because the PlayStation broke. But I played them a lot, like Suikoden, which some people have been calling Suikoden, so I don't know how it should be pronounced. Great game, a lot of fun to play. RPG that'll last a long time, but that was the problem. The PlayStation didn't last a long time. Games are of higher quality in the 1990s and the early 2000s than they were in the 8-bit era. But other than that, and the fact that you can play a game for longer now, other than that, it's not a great setup. Do you think this room's going to be big enough for all the treasure chests I'm going to put in here? I should be going out sailing and not sailing, running around. They don't have boats, but I'm going to make it look like there's boats. I might even build a boat in the water if I can figure out how to do that. Should be possible. You go into the water, you pillar up, so you have somewhere to put the thing, and then you break all the bottom blocks of that, and then you just build the... Of course, it won't function like a boat. Ooh. But definitely there's a kind of sailing you can go, as in traveling over somewhere and say, okay, I've traveled there now, now what do I do? Okay, the reason why I'm not digging, for example, the where is it? It was over here somewhere. There. The reason why I haven't dug that out is because I don't want to put up any slabs yet, because I have to dig all this up there, and the slabs move it down slightly, so it might make it excuse me, make it a little tougher. Let's see if I could do this. 16, 1, 2, 3, there we go. But you know what I'm thinking? Let's do it like this. Put these in here. Oh, we're getting a lot of that stuff. This will take forever. Look at this. That just takes forever. Is there some way of speeding this up? There, at last. Alright, so what's my favorite movie? Well, the movie that had the most impact on my life was Star Wars. Original Episode 4 Star Wars. Loved that film. Wasn't as happy about the Episodes 1 through 3. They were very enjoyable. People have said bad things about them. I don't know. At least they've done the whole Star Wars story, and so I don't have to worry about any more things coming out from them now. They still do stuff, though. They still do books and little cartoons and things. They're going to do a bunch of things. But I don't think they'll ever get the enthusiasm enough that they could generate in other studios so as they can get the backing to make any more movies. And I think that is significant. Maybe they could get a TV show going that's live action, but it's going to have to be lower budget, and that's not going to be something they're going to really want to do. So we'll see about that. Books. I'm not that big of a fan of books. I mean, I've read books. I've had to do book reports in school, and I wasn't happy about that. Because these are books they make you read instead of books that you know are any good. You know, so I generally had like science fiction books and stuff like that. Some fantasy books like with wizards and stuff. I don't mean like Harry Potter. I mean like they used to have. Fantasy novels that you never heard of, and they're interesting because you don't know what's going to happen, who's in the story. You don't even know if the writer is any good. That's what I like about those. But there's no need to like these anymore, because once I had access to a bunch of video games, it's not as big of a deal anymore. It's not as thrilling, and I don't need to play... I mean, I don't need to read books. I just need to play video games and enjoy them. I've talked about some of the books elsewhere, I think. I mean, if I haven't, then I'm sorry. I'm not going to repeat myself, even though I don't know if I have repeated myself. Do I have a favorite sport? I used to like baseball. Well, I see we're coming up on the 15-minute mark again. These things really encroach on us, huh? Well, I'm not going to say anymore. I'm going to just continue working on this, and we're going to finish out this area and we'll try to set it up for the book. We'll have this done by tomorrow if I can, and then we're going to start, and if I'm done with that, then I'll see if I can get started on moving a bridge or creating a new bridge or something. Trying to find something I can do with the landscaping surround to the west of the main base. So we'll see you next time, and thanks for watching. Now I know there's a lot of people say please like and subscribe and stuff like that, and I was like, I don't know. I mean, I think it's enough that I'm grateful that you watched it, really. You know, eventually if I can make money with these videos, that's great, but it's like, I don't see how liking and subscribing would necessarily help. I think you should be able to make up your own mind as to whether to like or subscribe. And so I hope you really enjoy the video, but there are other videos out there other people have made. And so, have fun, and bye-bye.